Hey guys, Perry here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, I am just putting together a quick starter home for a family I made for one of my save files. So this is one where I play one specific family and then I kind of just create other families for them to interact with in the world, and it gives me a little bit more control over their characteristics, what they do, their jobs. And I just kind of let them go about their merry way after I add them to the world. So this is a young mother and father and their toddler daughter. The father is an educator. Right now he's like level 1 or 2 in his career, and the mother is a stay-at-home mom. She has the family-oriented trait. So my idea is that they'll probably have more children, like they're just a young couple. Right now they just have the daughter. So while I'm building the layout, I do leave two rooms because I imagine they probably would decorate the nursery, but there's not a lot to decorate with, so I end up just kind of cutting that out. And the idea is that maybe they'll remodel once they have another kid. So windows are probably the bane of my existence. It takes me a little while to figure out which ones that I want and what works better. These circle windows I thought would be really cool in the front, but it's just a little too large. So I end up with just like 2 double windows, and then I do single windows for the bedrooms. Now, my initial plan was that back corner to be a bathroom that's accessible to everybody, and then that small one in the master bedroom to be just the master suite. But I realized that I wanted these guys to be kind of like new to the community and be kind of more like a starter home, so they'd only have one bathroom. So I ended up making this one a little larger to fit in a bathtub and for the toddler, because you can't have them take showers in a stall. And then I open up that back room just to kind of make it more of like a kitchen with a sit-in eating area. And I do wooden floors and then just some basic lighting. Now I do these little cloud lights in the kids' rooms because I thought, being motherly, she'd want to kind of have a cute lighting for her daughter. And then I did a little bit of a type of, I wouldn't call it a chandelier, but just something kind of cute for their master bedroom. And then I wanted to go pretty simple in this bathroom. I usually use the spa day tiles in bathrooms, but I imagine that they probably don't have a lot of money. And I do eventually realize that the bathtub is blocking the door, and I do move it, so don't worry. I tested some colors because I imagine that they'd have a pretty colorful house. But the mom is also an art lover, and then she has the artist aspiration for painting. So I imagine that a lot of the decorations that'll come into the house will be ones that she does herself. And with the father being an educator, I wanted to give him a little bit of like a reading nook in the bedroom, one where he can kind of relax quietly away from the daughter or just, people in the house. I do add this rug, but I think I'll remove it later just to kind of save money. Now I opened up this big center room to create more of an open space, just so everything didn't feel so cluttered. And then I add in just a basic couch. I start with this one first and then swap to something a little cheaper because they are a new home, and I wanted to make it more of like a starter home kind of feel. And then I do come back and add a TV, but I want to make sure I could afford everything else. And then I do a little bit of a half wall to separate the little entertainment area from what will become this little study nook that I do. And I imagine probably going back in throughout and just, adding in additional things as they make more money, kind of feel a little more alive with the housing. I do some chairs, little cute wicker chairs that I really like from the laundry day set. And then I initially add in the daughter's play chest, but then I think, they only have so much space, so they're probably not going to let her have that out there. They don't want that in her room. I do add an easel so that the mom can paint, and then she'll make some money off of that as she goes. I kept two really basic cabinets because I imagine they probably came with the home itself. And then I try to add in these upper cabinets, but I don't end up keeping them because I wanted to save money for other things. And honestly, the Sims don't interact with them, so it just felt a little out of place to have them there. Like maybe when they remodel, when they have a little more money, they'll be able to add it in. And then I wanted to fit 4 chairs just because I eventually want to add another child. So I do add that into their small little kitchen nook. And then I try to do a little bit of landscaping, but then I realized that it's not worth it. And that's something that they'd probably do after they make more money. So this is the daughter's room. So initially I tried to squeeze everything into this tiny room and I felt terrible. I did try to shrink that down, but nothing fit on top of it properly. So I ended up making it its normal size again. I did include the daughter's toy chest in there, and I just kind of felt guilty with how small it was. So I left it there at first, and then eventually I do take out that wall next to it just to kind of add in more space. Look, I moved the door so none of my Sims will cry. So here I am trying to decide what to do with this room, and like I said, I was initially going to design it like a nursery, and then I just said nope, we're gonna separate it, and we're just gonna extend out some stuff. I do give her a little bit of our table. I know she can't use it till she's a child, but I imagine that her mom is like really excited. And then I added the TV, I added in a computer, and then give them a play set in the backyard just to kind of give them, the mom something to do with a daughter while they're home. And then I do end up removing those, shrinking that down a little bit just to kind of save money here and there. And then I do go in and give the daughter some artwork in her bedroom. I imagine a lot of the other artwork that'll appear in the house is going to be from the mom's painting. I fixed that lamp because it was bugging me with it having 2 now. And then I added these cute little decals and then just shift some stuff around, a little bit of artwork here and there just to kind of help fill space. And then I do kind of shift that around, and then I decide that I want to do a fence around the house. So I actually end up removing windows, especially the circle windows that are up top, just to kind of get some money back because I imagine they wouldn't have it. And then I shrunk the house down just so I can get rid of those stairs as well, because I really like the idea of having like a back, fenced in area. And then I added a little bit more of the tile with the terrain tool, and then erased it, and then went back in and kind of did this patio, got rid of that. I struggled a lot. I'm a fan of the terrain tool. Sometimes it just kind of feels a little blocky. So then, because they're a family, I gave them the little barbecue set and that table, and then I removed their front porch, and then just added a small little tree eventually. I did put a trash can in, and I do remember to add in a sink into the kitchen. It is in the screenshots. And then I added a little mailbox to their door, and then there's the little tree that went out front. So yeah, it did come together well. Everything works inside. There are a few things that I did additionally add on. Like I said, the sink for the kitchen. And I did keep that rug. I couldn't remember if I kept the rug. There is a little potty for the daughter in the bathroom. Yeah, I think it came together really well. I think it's really cute. I did add it to the library, so if you wanted a simple starter home, I think it's 21,000 simoleons, which is, you get 22 when you have a spouse. So yeah, if you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.